What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 15 of the LARNE project here in Football Manager 2019, and today we're back once more. We're taking on Crusaders. If you missed yesterday's video, it was a project extra. We did a 30-minute kind of summary of the team, the squad, some of the goings on and off the pitch. If you want a bit more of your LARNE project fix, that is out there for you to watch in the ether that is YouTube. But yes, today we're going to be taking on Crusaders. Since you were last here, we've played a few games, and well, as you can see here, following on from the game against Glenavon, things haven't gone to plan, have they? Addons, of course, the first of these games, and well, we got off to a flyer, a 3-1 win, 3 goals in the first 8 minutes. Wasn't too bad, if you ask me. Yeah, a really good performance this one though. Paul O'Connor with 2 pretty nice finishes either side of a goal for Simmons. I mean, both these 2 goal scorers just been in fine form for us. They kept it going. O'Connor with man of the match. Bit of a shame that we couldn't keep a clean sheet. A set piece in the 83rd minute, a near post corner, which we let beat us. Was, yeah, a little unfortunate, but we ran out 3-1 victors, a good performance to open up this run of results. The next game we had against Dungannon Swifts was a tricky one. We had a sending off after 9 minutes. Kevin McGrath was off, down to 10 men for the 81 minutes, but in the 19th minute, Simmons grabbed another goal to his name. Of course he did, a lovely little run, tidy little finish. And yes, a good convincing 1-0 win, which was part of this run of games against the likes of Addons and Dungannon Swifts and Coleraine, where we really expected to win. So against Coleraine, you know, going in again, expecting a result, we performed well. Paul O'Connor scored the quickest goal during our time here at the club. I think it was 14 seconds. It was a crazy goal. Really nice move. Good finish by Paul O'Connor, and Michelini, of course, getting on the score sheet as well from a set piece. Unfortunate bit of news from this game really was Neco Williams' injury. Yes, he has twisted his ankle. He's out for 2 to 5 weeks more on top of what he's already missed, which has been, well, a decent chunk really. But yes, a bit unfortunate for him there. Anyway, now most recent game against Glentoran, who are going to be one of our big rivals, I feel like, in the league this year. We lost, and it was a really unfortunate game, this one. We went a goal down through Darren Henderson scoring for them. Paul O'Connor pulled us back into it in the 9th minute, a great way to reply immediately. And well, it was a real battle, I guess, of the midfield for a lot of this game until in the 71st minute, Bernie scored for them. And at 2-1 down, we made some moves. We went a bit more attacking. We brought on Thomas Stewart for Simmons, who, to be fair, had an uncharacteristically poor game. Tilney came on and he got an assist for the goal in the 86th minute. Paul O'Connor with it. Unfortunately for us, a minute later, Glentoran went back into the lead in the, well, you can see here, the 87th minute to make it 3-2. And with the final kick of the game, late drama in this game as a goal was disallowed. I'm not sure what it was disallowed for, but it would have been an equaliser, and I was jumping around in my room having not realised it was disallowed, and well, 3-1 or 3-2 is how it finished. So a first loss for the season, disappointing there. However, when you look at the league table, it still makes for pretty good reading after 11 games. Of course, this year you can see we play 38 league games. The league splits in 2 after 33. So we're a third of the way through the season so far in terms of playing teams head-to-head. You can see Glenavon unbeaten. They have drawn 5, won 6 of their first 11. Probably a few more draws there than they'd like, but they trail us by 3 points. Ballymena United on 21 points, Cliftonville on 20, and Crusaders on 19. You can see Glentoran, who we lost to, down there in 6th. I mean, when you look at that, you've got to question it a little. I feel like we should be doing better than we've done against them there with that loss, as unfortunate as it might have been. So anyway, I talked about the Neco Williams injury. Unfortunately for us, of course, Conor McDermott already also injured at right back. So it's meant that Elliot Kebby has come back into the first team. Of course, he was a star last year for us. I feel like he is kind of a good enough standard to hold his own in the league this year, but it's going to be asking a big performance of him today against Crusaders. In terms of the team in general, very happy with the general direction and how things are going. Tommy O'Donnell has been complaining a little bit about the lack of first team football, so we're going to give him a run out today. He has played 4 games and has come off the bench 6 times, which I feel like for a backup is still a decent chunk of football, but clearly he rates his own ability, as do our assistants, and well, I rate him too, so I want to keep him happy, so he's going to play for us. There hasn't been a whole lot going on kind of off the pitch, of course. It's kind of entered that kind of quiet time. Throughout last year, we were continually signing new players because the transfer window didn't close. It does close in the Premiership. We have to wait until January now if we want to sign anyone. I guess one thing definitely worth talking about is the fact our facilities have been improved now, which is absolutely fantastic. And we are immediately looking in the planning phases to improve them again further. Over £3 million going to be invested into our training and youth facilities. We're also looking to try and pick up an affiliate club to get players from, our intakes from, which would be quite nice. If you don't know, you can set up affiliates with clubs with good youth recruitment networks that you partner with, and occasionally you get players in your intakes of that nationality of that club. And whilst we are only going to be signing British players, if I could get an affiliate from a slightly exotic country, that would obviously be a way that we could bring in some players through our own youth recruitment without breaking our own rules. So that's something we're going to explore. I'd love to explore it further in the coming seasons and years at the club that I intend to be here. But yes, just worth having that on your radar for now, certainly. But anyway, shall we get into today's game? We are taking on Crusaders. It's a big game for us. It's first versus fifth. Crusaders were predicted to be third in the league in the pre-season billing, so a lot going to be expected of them today to really put things right. In terms of our team, we're going to go with Thompson, of course, in goal. He's improved a little bit. I do feel like he's better than Devlin was. He's still obviously only 20 years old, so a lot of room for him to improve there. The back three, we are going to go with O'Sheen, Marsh and McElhaney. Nothing too odd going on here. Marsh could be playing that covering defender role for us, which he really has made his own. You can see his average ratings in the league, perhaps a little lacking at a 7.0, but in the cup competitions he's been involved in, he's turned up big for us. Of course, McElhaney going to be having the captain's armband today. This guy, what a player he's been for us. He's still got 3 years left on his current contract. No intention of selling him. He's been top draw for us, really. And I can't really ask for a lot more from him. I already talked about the fact that Kebby is forced into the team today at right wing back. And while there is room for Kane at left back as well, which is great because both these guys need first team football, particularly Kane for his development. So I'm more than happy to oblige there. In the centre of the midfield, perhaps an area of weakness for us today. Romario Vieira is out injured. You can see with a few other injuries we've obviously got and a bit of a lack of fitness, we've had to juggle things around. And as a result, we're going to go with Newell in the defensive midfielder position for us. He's pretty good, obviously, as a ball-winning midfielder. Unfortunately, he's just not that convincing at centre mid yet. I'm hoping he can get there, though. He is only 18, so playing him here is going to give him a chance to improve. Also, definitely worth noting, his average rating so far in the league have been great. A 7.8 in 3 starts and 1 appearance on off the bench. Alongside him, we're going to go with O'Donnell, who, as I mentioned, we're playing to keep him happy. We're going to be playing as a box-to-box midfielder. He's not the best player defensively. To be fair, he's not completely useless defensively when you ignore his tackling, but I don't know, perhaps lacking a little bit of quality there, but well, we've got to give him a chance. I've got to keep him happy. And well, the top trio, it's kind of the trio who have made themselves at home. We're going to go with Mandanda at centre attacking mid. To his left, we are going to go with, of course, the one, the only, it's going to be Paulie O'Connor, who I really want his finishing to get above 8. Keep an eye on that. We should have finishing watch with O'Connor. But yes, I think it's at 8.4 now, so it's improving. And of course, Simmons, who I want to say he slowed down a bit with his goal scoring. He's now got 10 goals in the league in 10 starts and 1 appearance off the bench. So not quite managing 1 goal per appearance. But in an attempt to keep McDade and Thomas Stewart just happy, he has had to be sacrificed once or twice. But anyway, let's get into today's game today. The team is very fit. In terms of their team, a name worth noting, well, 2 actually, Victor Fundy, our former man. We sold him to them for £17,000. I don't really rate him. They do rate him. They play him quite a lot. He'll probably score against us now because I've jinxed it. Elsewhere in their team, they've also got Blanchard. So a few players we're fairly familiar with, but nevertheless, I hope that we can grind out a result against them today. We should really be winning this without any problem at all. To be fair, we should be winning the league, I feel like, this year without any problem at all. Given the money that we have to invest into our squad, given how strong our team is. Yes, there is a bit of perhaps an element of youth and inexperience in our ranks. But I feel like when you look long and hard at our team, you'd have to say we have the quality and, well, we really should be winning the league. Of course, we're playing a slightly unconventional style of football, I guess you could say, but it should still work out pretty well for us. And while we're on the attack here, big ball over. I've just noticed something. Have they got Glending playing for them? Oh, it's a different Glending. I was going to say that we have another Glending who we've got loaned out. I didn't think it was to Crusaders. It's not. Is that a common Northern Irish last name? I guess it is. It's just not the real Glending. Oh my gosh, Fundy. I swear if he scores, I'm going to lose it. He's broken free. He should finish it. He doesn't finish it. That's why we sold your son. Clean through on goal. And he's missed it. I don't think he ever scored for LARNE. Still not scored at our ground yet. I mean, I'm bigging it. He's going to get a hat-trick after that miss, isn't he? Owens, long-range effort. Oh, my gosh. I mean, maybe I should just pipe the hell down. Charlie Owens, what a strike that is by him. Of course, Crusaders a team we did do a live com against not that long ago. We've also got them coming up in the County Shield semi-final. I'm not going to live com that game. We won that competition last year. I feel like the league is the real focus this year. And we have got some pretty big matches on the horizon against the likes of Linfield, Glenavon as well. Not that far away. So big games. But let's not focus on those games. We need to think about the here and now. And right now, we're not quite up to standards. That one kind of crazy long shot effort for them was enough to find the back of the net. I mean, 23 minutes gone. It's not our finest hour. 74% of the ball, but we're not doing anything with it. Set piece here. Mandanda whips in. Back post. Simmons fouled. Shirley. It's given. I think it's going to be Simmons to take the penalty. Or is it not? No, I've lied. It's going to be Mandanda. Who is the man? You is the man. Shoot this penalty. You've got a plan. Execute it. I mean, if you'd missed it, it would have been very anticlimactic, wouldn't it? That is actually, surprisingly, his first goal of the season. Doesn't kind of shower himself in goals, playing that advanced playmaker role. He very much is the man pulling the strings, but well, he's off the mark now. Hopefully he can get one from open play before too long. That was a pretty cool and composed finish, if I might say so myself. But yeah, 40 minutes gone, 1-1. Don't really want to draw again after last game, particularly with how this game has played out thus far. We have dominated the ball, we've dominated possession, we've had so many more shots than them. That one crazy effort and the breakaway chance that we saw right at the start, the only two chances they had. I'm going to tell the players I'm not happy with their performance. I want them fired up. I want them to get angry. I want them to get mean. We've got players we can bring on off the bench to really spice things up and change things up if we need to. So far it's been an uncharacteristically quiet game, you could say, for O'Connor and Simmons in the final third. I'm hoping they're going to shut me down with that comment now and just, start scoring for fun. They're on the attack here on this near side. Crusaders, big ball over. Marsh, nice win in the air. Not known for his aerial prowess, but he did well. McQuaid, their captain, whips it in. Back post, oh my gosh. Paul Heatley with the goal. I mean, fair play. It was a good finish for him. 3 shots for them, 2 goals. Poor marking. I don't know if Thompson could have done a little bit better. I'm not sure how much space he had here. It felt like we let the cross kind of come in. We kind of invited the pressure on ourselves. Who is that who's lost their man? It's Kebby. You do wonder if McDermott would be a difference maker for us, or indeed Neko Williams, our 2 first choice and second choice right backs just not in the team today. And well, yeah, Kebby is just shut down. He's stopped paying attention to what's going on around him. We need to make some changes. Simmons and O'Connor having really uncharacteristically poor games. I'm going to bring in Thomas Stewart for Simmons, I think. And I think actually we'll go for the double change. We'll bring in McDade as well. It's the old guard coming in for the new. Can they show us what they're all about? Can they show us that they've got something left to offer the club? Bringing them on as a pair, I feel like that they offer a lot together. Obviously, they have quite good cohesion, good understanding of each other's game plans. They should be able to do something for us. 71 minutes gone here. And we're not doing that great, so I'm going to mix things up a little bit. I'm going to move Mandanda to a trequartista. I also want us to play less out of defence and play more direct. Less working the ball into box. We need to be a little bit quicker with the ball. I feel like a little bit less patient, a little bit less kind of working for the right opportunity. Having a lot of the ball but not doing enough with it. We need to just try and get it forward a tiny bit quicker, I feel like, in the latter stages of this game. Also going to do a shout of demand more from the players. 12 minutes to try and get something here. It's been so disappointing. We've really not shown a lot. I'm going to take off O'Donnell and bring in Lyons with our last change of the game. See what he can do to close out this match. I mean, we're getting nothing. We're getting absolutely nothing from this game. Time is just trickling away. I mean, Crusaders have shut us down. Fair play to them. We had chances, but they weren't great chances. And Crusaders, from the limited opportunities they had, scored and made the most of them. A second defeat in a row. Maybe an inquest has to be made into our team. I definitely feel like Kebby at right back is a bit of a weak link for us right now, and teams are perhaps exploiting that a little. But yeah, a disappointing result. I'm hoping that Glenavon slipped up as well. They didn't. They won 3-0. So yeah, we are tied at the top. And you can see Ballymena 2 points behind, and Crusaders with the win there only 4 points behind after 12 games. So this is looking like a very, very even affair at the top of the table. And I'm not that happy with how it played out on the whole. Ryan Newell needs to learn to play centre mid, I feel like, but we'll see how he gets on in that position. I want to continue to, show faith in him, continue to give him time because I think he needs it. But at the same time, he wasn't perfect in that game today by any means, and he is going to need to improve going forward. Anyway, you can see here a few of our players out on loan performing well. Jimmy Stewart and Glendinning, who I was talking about before. I mean, players with potential, particularly Stewart. And it's great to see them getting that regular first-team football in the division that we currently play in and improving. You can see here as well, Phoenix Patterson played the first half, I think, in this game for Glenavon. Yeah, he actually got subbed off at half-time, so not the best for him. But Oddie, on the other hand, you can see here, came on, got a goal. I mean, Oddie's been in some great form, which kind of makes me happy to see. On loan at Glenavon, you can see 5 assists, 3 goals. He's not doing too bad, is our Oddie. I really want to nickname him Bill Oddie because his first name begins with B, but I don't know if I can justify that. And also, you can see here, Lee King, also on off the bench, only played 9 minutes, but good to see him involved in play as well there. But anyway, that is really disappointing. In terms of when we'll be back, I feel like we need to be back sooner rather than later. I feel like we might come back for the game against Linfield. They are a team underperforming right now. They are going to want to set things right. Further ahead, we've got Glenavon and Cliftonville coming up. We may even do those as a double header in a couple of episodes' time. If you guys would like to see that, do let me know down in the comments. But yes, between now and the Linfield game, we have a few things to set right in our team. A little bit disappointing thus far in October. We're making it a month to forget. We need to get a few wins if we can in these games to come. Ballymena as well in third. Not going to be an easy game. A team really overperforming right now. But a team that we can't afford to underestimate, I don't feel like. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up everything from me today. Hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, a like would be super appreciated. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.